Tourists love to explore, soak up new cultures, and dive into unfamiliar environments with excitement and curiosity. That's part of what makes travel great. But it's also the exact reason tourists end up in situations locals would never find themselves in. When you're in vacation mode, your guard drops, your instincts shift, and your judgment gets just a little too relaxed. Not because you're naive, but because you're busy enjoying yourself. Locals know their surroundings, the risks, the people, and the unspoken rules of their city. Tourists don't. And that gap in knowledge creates a long list of dangerous behaviors travelers regularly fall into without even realizing it. Today, we're breaking down the 12 dangerous things tourists do that locals avoid at all costs. Welcome to Passport Pointers, the channel that cuts through travel myths with humor, honesty, and just enough tough love to keep you safe out there. Today, we're exposing the 12 dangerous tourist mistakes that lead to stolen items, risky situations, wasted money, and travel experiences that go sideways fast. Once you understand these behaviors, you'll start moving through destinations like someone who knows what they're doing, not someone who's broadcasting "I'm new here" from a mile away. The first dangerous mistake tourists make is flashing expensive items. Locals don't walk around showing off jewelry, luxury bags, brand new smartphones, or expensive cameras unless they're in a very safe area. But something about being on vacation makes travelers forget that displaying expensive items paints a target on them. Even worse, tourists tend to use their devices slowly and openly, reviewing photos in public, adjusting camera settings while standing still, or pulling out tablets in densely crowded areas. This gives thieves ample time to observe, approach, and execute without anyone noticing. Locals know that even in nice areas, theft is often opportunistic. Criminals aren't looking for a challenge. They're looking for the easiest possible target. And nothing signals easy target like a distracted tourist slowly swapping lenses in the middle of a busy plaza, or dangling their $1,400 phone while walking. If you don't want to lose your valuables, don't advertise them. The second mistake is getting into unlicensed taxis or ride shares. Locals know which taxis are certified, which companies are legitimate, and which neighborhoods are known for having fake rides. Tourists, on the other hand, often jump into the first car that pulls up because they're tired, overwhelmed, or just trying to get to the hotel. Unlicensed drivers exploit this. In many major cities, scams include drivers who overcharge, take longer routes, refuse to turn on the meter, or, in the worst cases, steer travelers to unsafe areas or partners in crime. Locals avoid these traps because they know the signals: missing plates, mismatched logos, handwritten stickers, tinted windows, or a driver that approaches you instead of you approaching them. Tourists rarely notice these signs until it's too late, and by then, exiting the situation becomes a lot more complicated. The third mistake tourists make is wandering into unsafe neighborhoods just because they look interesting. Locals know which streets are safe during the day, which areas shift after dark, and which corners tourists should avoid altogether. But tourists often follow colorful buildings, lively music, or Google Maps paths that look harmless. They assume every cute alleyway is just another scenic adventure. Sometimes it is, but sometimes it's the shortcut locals know not to take. Many travelers end up in risky areas simply by following a walking route blindly without researching the neighborhood. Locals understand the invisible borders of their cities, where petty theft spikes, where scams operate at night, and where tourists stick out instantly. Tourists don't. And curiosity mixed with unfamiliarity is a bad combination. The fourth mistake is ignoring local warnings. Locals often give tourists clear advice. Don't swim there. Don't walk there after sunset. Don't carry your bag like that. Don't leave your drink unattended. Don't take that trail alone. Don't use that ATM. Don't trust those street vendors. And tourists, confident, optimistic, and ready for adventure, tend to assume the warnings are optional. They're not. These warnings exist because incidents have already happened. Locals know where rip currents kill swimmers every year, where purse snatchers lurk, where wildlife becomes aggressive, and where tourists routinely get trapped, lost, or scammed. Ignoring these warnings is one of the fastest ways to turn a vacation into a problem. The fifth mistake is drinking too much in unfamiliar places. Vacations and nightlife go hand in hand, but overconfidence is dangerous. Tourists underestimate how strong local drinks can be, how different legal limits are, and how unfamiliar environments affect their sense of direction. Locals know where it's safe to drink, which areas become chaotic after midnight, and which bars have a reputation for targeting tourists. Travelers, however, often accept drinks from strangers, leave their cups unattended, or walk home alone in areas that look safer than they are. Alcohol lowers situational awareness, and in a foreign city, that becomes a perfect setup for theft, assault, or ending up somewhere you didn't intend to be. Locals pace themselves because they understand the environment. Tourists just want a good time until that good time becomes a bad story. Before we continue, if you're finding this helpful, hit the subscribe button. It supports the channel and ensures you never miss the weekly travel breakdowns that help you move smarter, safer, and with more confidence anywhere you go. The sixth dangerous mistake is leaving bags on the backs of chairs. Locals never do this. Not at cafes, not in restaurants, not even in high-end establishments. Bags get snatched in seconds, usually by someone walking past pretending to be on their phone or delivering a flyer. The theft is so fast, tourists often think they misplaced the bag. Meanwhile, the thief is already blocks away. Locals keep bags in their lap, at their feet, or wrapped around their chair leg. Tourists, feeling relaxed and absorbed in conversation, ignore how accessible their belongings are to strangers walking behind them. The seventh mistake is walking around with their phone constantly in hand. Locals pull out their phone quickly, check what they need, and put it right back away. Tourists wander with their phone in selfie mode, holding it loosely while reading directions. In major cities, phone snatching is the most common crime, and thieves ride bicycles, scooters, or simply run by and yank the phone without slowing down. Tourists rarely expect it, making their reaction too slow to stop it. Holding your phone in your hand outdoors is basically announcing that you're distracted and unprepared. The eighth mistake is trusting directions from random strangers without verification. Many scammers intentionally give tourists incorrect directions, sending them down empty streets, toward overpriced businesses, or into areas where their partners can perform another scam. Locals know which people are safe to ask, and which are not. Tourists assume anyone who looks friendly must be helpful. In reality, the safest way to get directions is from an official worker, a store employee, or a well-rated map app, not someone who approaches you first. The ninth dangerous mistake is assuming scenic locations are safe. Beaches, cliffs, waterfalls, mountains, and picturesque viewpoints all look harmless in photos. Tourists climb rocks for better pictures, stand on wet surfaces, lean over edges, or swim in areas where currents are deadly. Locals avoid these actions because they know how quickly conditions change. Tourists, eager for the perfect Instagram moment, underestimate the risks. Many injuries happen not because the environment is dangerous. It's because travelers treat it like a movie scene instead of a place where nature doesn't care about your vacation photos. The 10th mistake is trusting hotel safes too much. Hotel safes can be opened with master codes, backdoor keys, or universal override devices. Some hotels change the master code regularly. Many don't. Locals who live near tourist zones know how often valuables go missing from secure hotel rooms. Tourists, meanwhile, assume the safe is impenetrable simply because it has a keypad. The truth is that locked luggage, portable travel safes, or keeping valuables on you are often far more secure. The 11th mistake is falling for distraction scams. Scammers create chaos to split a tourist's attention. Someone spills something on you. Someone bumps into you aggressively. Someone performs a loud trick. Children surround you pretending to sell something. Someone asks you to sign a petition. While you're distracted, another person empties your pockets or opens your bag. Locals know the signs. Groups forming suddenly, overly friendly strangers approaching too quickly, or a helpful person trying to clean your shirt. tourists fall for the kindness, not realizing the whole setup is choreographed. The 12th mistake is assuming daytime equals safety. Tourists relax too much during the day, believing danger only appears at night. Theft, scams, and risky situations happen more often during daylight, because that's when tourists are out in large numbers. Crowds create cover for pickpockets, and busy streets make it easier for thieves to disappear. Locals stay aware regardless of the time. Tourists only stay aware when the sun goes down, leaving them vulnerable all afternoon. Travel isn't dangerous if you understand the risks. These 12 mistakes happen because tourists want to explore, relax, and enjoy themselves. But once you know how locals navigate their own cities, you can avoid the problems travelers run into every day. Move smarter, blend in better, and keep yourself and your belongings safe no matter where you go. Thanks for watching Passport Pointers, and I'll see you in the next video.